Geometry Dash is a game that you can really push to its limits and make some of the most impossible levels in all of its history. But what if I told you that a once impossible level in the game has been verified? Firework was first revealed to the public over 3 years ago by Vernon GD, just as another layout. This layout today would be your average upcoming top 10, but back then, this layout was formed as insanely hard and even called impossible by its creator. Regardless of its impossibility, Vernon would go on to recruit a well-known building team, the Cherry Team. The Cherry Team began decorating his level. It took a whole 2 months and the level was finally complete. It was agreed upon the extremely hard demon would be verified by Dolphy, a top player also known for being the first victor of Tartarus, which was the current number 1 at the time. The level was finally finished and Dolphy proceeded to start verifying it. Progress would slowly start to go down, not only because of the sheer difficulty, but also because Dolphy was busy verifying a remake of Silent Circles, one of the most famous impossible levels to date. Due to this, Dolphy was making very little progress on the level. Vernon realized he needed a new verifier if Firework was ever going to see the light of day. Then he settled on Krazen to become the new verifier. It didn't end up working out because, if you know, you know. Upset and sick of the little progress being made, Vernon released Firework to the servers and have it be an open verification. Vernon's decision would kick off a new race in the GD community, with everyone wanting to make their history by beating one of the most insanely difficult levels in the game. For a few months, many players tried, and tried again, with progressing on a level that intimidated the player base, that was so agonizingly difficult to achieve glory and fame. Whoever beat this would become a legend. This is the History of Firework. After months of trying, no players could beat this insane level because of its sheer difficulty. Only a selected few could do any significant runs on the level, and any progress videos that came out were either hacked or short runs at various points in the level. 2 players would arise, however. GM Domi, who got the world record with 18%, as well as runs from 65 to 85 and even 84 to 100. The other runner-up was Xpixel, who got the new world record of 19%. Both would stream this level consistently for the next few months. In Dolphy, the old verifier would achieve a former best of 15%. Sadly, due to lag issues, Pixel stopped playing the level. Domi would also end up quitting due to it being virtually impossible to him. The Cherry Team suggested putting up an LDM, otherwise known as low detail mode, but eventually decided against it. Though Pixel ended up playing the level anyways. When Dolphy decided to quit the level to focus on other projects, Cherry Team asked Pixel to become the new verifier again. Even though he managed to get a new record of 24%, as well as a pretty accurate no-clip run for the first 40% of the level, he refused as the level was too hard. Pixel did, however, recommend a different player to Vernon, who he thought would be able to progress on the level, and progress on the level he did. This verifier was Kurumi. Kurumi was a Geometry Dash German player who had gotten a progress run of 84 to 100 2 months before. After a while of debating, Vernon would eventually agree to make Kurumi the new official verifier. Unlike previous verifiers, Kurumi wasted no time and made tons of progress on a super buff Firework. Over the course of a month, he made more good runs and began playing from zero, getting a run of 39, 49, 58, and finally 68% on the level. This was immense progress, and it seemed it was only a matter of time and Firework would be verified. But just like everything else, something would naturally happen to bring everything crashing down. Vernon would get into an argument with Kurumi and turn the entire Russian community against him, with accusations of hacking and constant fat shaming. This drama had led to Kurumi quitting the level, and even the whole game, leaving Firework without a verifier. Firework was sent back to the days of minimal progress and no one seriously trying to beat the level, until an Argentine player called Sid125 would get a run of 64 to 96 before dropping the level. That went well. But then there was another player that raced from the ground attempting to beat Firework. His name was Dolly. Dolly had done a better job performing runs of 84 to 100, 79 to 100, 71 to 94, and 65 to 82%. He would, as all players, end up dropping a level due to an unknown reason. But it wouldn't be long until something had happened to end the drought of Firework verifiers. Vernon was out again trying to find another verifier, but this time someone who could progress massively faster than Kurumi. Vernon kept searching and searching and searching. Finally, he landed on Trick. Trick was an American player who had been grinding Firework for about as long as anyone else. Even before Kurumi had been the verifier, Trick had been tied for the world record. He would slowly bump up his progress over the months, getting world records of 19%, 24%, 32%, and eventually 41%, as well as some other impressive runs. By the time he was given the verification, he had gotten a new best of 43%, and would begin progressing faster than ever at an even more impressive speed. Finally, he broke Kurumi's record on June 13th, 2021.
Oh my gosh!
Over the next month, he crept his way closer to victory, getting 49 to 100, 33 to 100, and eventually...
I got 81.
Trick was getting closer, but not close enough.
Oh my gosh!
That's right, he got 88%. Trick easily had Firework in 2 runs, and with how close his record was, how hard would it be to fluke the rest of the level? Well, on August 10th, 2021, he would get this painful run.
No!
After months of pain, sweat, and tears, this is what it had come to, having to die in the last 10%. However, he wasn't one of the weak ones. He wasn't out to get impressive runs. He was out to beat it. A few weeks later, he would get 24 to 100. He got another devastating fail at 88%. Further and further demotivating than Trick had ever felt. The pressure of verifying a top 1 demon seemed to be getting to him. It was unclear if Trick would be able to go through with it. And then, 2 weeks later...
I verified it! I verified it!
After months of agonizing suffering, over 200,000 attempts, it was finally over. Trick had done the impossible. And even though Firework places number 7 on the list today, and has around a dozen victors, Trick has made history.